Good morning, everybody. My name is Neil Pryor, and I just wanted to give everybody a warm welcome. It's Friday, the 28th of February at 9:24 in the morning, and just wanted to quickly show how powerful using strength meter technology, relative strength meter indicators can be in Forex. I'm trading live at the moment. On the Friday morning session, the London session, I trade from generally around 6 a.m. GMT through till about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, depending on how many pips, how much profit I've made by that point. If I haven't hit targets, I'll keep going or wait until the US session, which comes in around 2:30. As people will know, once the bell goes, Dow bell. But generally, this week, I've been doing fine, managing to hit my targets quite comfortably in the morning. And I just wanted to talk through this morning, just to give people an insight into what's going on. So where are we? On the left here is a 5-minute cable chart. It happens to be cable. It doesn't matter. You just put your indicators on the chart. I've got a couple of things. The first thing here is a fixed start FX correlator. What does that mean? What it means is I set all the parameters, the 8 currency parameters. You can see the 8 currencies here, all the 8 colors. You set them to 0, and as you can see, if you go earlier than 6 o'clock this morning, everything goes very weird and wonderful. As soon as you hit that 6 o'clock bar, or 8 o'clock actually, because this is 2 hours ahead the way this chart works, so still 6 a.m., you can see that it takes shape and it shows you where the currencies are moving. Now that isn't rocket science, believe me, there's plenty of free stuff you can get out there to do that. I can't actually publish mine and distribute it because I actually developed this with a couple of other traders. It does loads of other things, not just this. So kind of under a bit of contract agreement not to sell this one, so or share it. So sorry guys, but there's plenty of free stuff out there if you find it. And down below is my original 20-year-old FX correlator, and this actually runs off the 20 moving average. So what it's doing is it's spinning all of these prices here, you can see, around a 20 moving average. So it becomes a little bit more skewed. Yeah, it's only interested in being above the 0 if it's above its 20 moving average, below the 0 it's below its 20 moving average. So clearly down here you can see that sterling was very, very aggressively bear earlier this morning. And down here you can see that therefore it is. Then you also see that it's come up above the 0. Why is that? Well, you can see because it's moving above its 20 moving average. If a 20 moving average was on here, it's probably be around, I don't know, obviously it's difficult, but I don't know, let's say arguably it was around here. You see if it breaks up here, the 20 moving average will be coming down and it breaks up. That's just hypothetically. So I live and die by this stuff. This is what I trade from. Now, I don't use that as my triggers. I haven't got my triggers on here. Sorry, guys. That, again, is proprietary stuff. It's customized. It's private. It's confidential. But, again, most people, if they've got this kind of insight into what the market's doing, you put your own stuff on there. And I'm just citing the USD Swissy here, which I don't trade that often, to be honest. Swissy is normally a pretty quiet and conservative currency. But this morning it's kicked off. And the reason why I started chasing this, I probably got interested in the Swissy. Where are we looking down here? In here somewhere, in this mess here somewhere, you'll see this grey Swissy starting to come above the 0. I think it's around there. That says 10:05, which translates into about 8 o'clock this morning. And let's go to 8 o'clock. So around here, I probably had half an eye on the Swissy. I mean, predominantly, obviously, I was selling sterling. Look at sterling down here. Sterling is the one to sell, even though USD started coming off a bit here into bear territory as well. I was still definitely hunting cable. I've been hunting cable most of the morning. It's eased off now, but that's where I was initially. And then I was really, as the green US dollar started to come bear, you see it's coming south here, see it's coming south down here. In there you can see the green US dollar coming south. Then I started looking up here. What could I buy? What currency could I buy into a selling USD? And Swissy was up there with the others. Euro's done all right as well. Even the yellow yen has done okay. But I was hunting that, and I was looking at that from about 10 o'clock here. Well, it says 10 o'clock. That's 8 o'clock GMT. Let's make that very clear. You see that? So that's about 8 o'clock GMT. Let's go over here. That was the 6 a.m. bar. Let's put 10 o'clock in. Where have we gone? Okay. Okay. So that's similar. So as you can see, what I've done. So around here, I was definitely looking as as the green USD came south, I was definitely looking for contenders up here. Actually, Aussie dollar as well. I was looking at all these guys, and all I needed to do is be patient and let them line up. Now, if you wanted to be an aggressive trader, let's say you decided that Swissy was definitely the one to go for, then there's loads of ways you could have traded it. Now, I was actually trading it on a totally different chart. It's actually a much faster chart. I was way down in the 1 minutes or even faster. But I mean, it doesn't take much to think about certain methods. There's method one. You could have traded on breach, come in at 96.60. As you're down to 96.40. There's nearly a 50 pip move here. So that was one way you could have done it. There's loads of things. I mean, this would have been so many MA crossovers, flying up, everything, literally. You could have traded off fractals. You could have traded off just about anything and everything, okay? Using ATR distances where the ATR just literally triggered as you fired away from this area and just went in off a safe 1 or 2 ATR distance. There's so much stuff you could have done. But the point is, this is where the setups are coming, yeah? You're using a relative strength meter and any variations. So my FX correlator is available free at my website, FXCORRELATOR.com. This one isn't available, but again, I'm sure you can pick those up out there. I think there's free stuff out there somewhere. Don't pay for it, but there's free stuff out there. Sorry, I can't give that to you at the moment. But yeah, that's how it works. How did I see this coming? Well, I watched it. I watched the market. And what I've done now is I've just flicked up cable. Yeah, sterling US dollar. This is from 8 o'clock stroke 6 a.m. this morning. So again, looking across here to the left. You remember I said that all I was doing from 6 a.m. this morning was just hitting the sells on sterling because it was falling so low. But this is why I was doing it. You see here, around that 6 a.m. bar, there was no hesitation. Earlier, sterling actually had been relatively, as you can see, it was coming up relatively bullish. It was moving upwards off the back of the Asian session. And it just reversed. So I just hit it. I attacked it all the way down here. I think it was about a 30 pip scalp zone. So all of this period here, I'm as happy as Larry. Look at me selling down, selling down. Again, this is a 5-minute chart. It's not indicative of how I trade or my triggers I use, but it gives you an idea of where the market was. It came off a bit. So again, giving you an indication. I did try and come in here in this area as it pulled back dramatically. Again, using relatively standard pullback trading triggers. Again, off smaller time frames, much faster time frames. And I must confess, this area here, I also again I was trying to do something around here, around the 70s down to the 60s, unsuccessfully. But remember, and remember again, what I said earlier. I've just marked up here the 8 a.m. area where I became more aggressive on the Swissy and other currencies. Remember, around the 8 a.m. area, US dollar decided it was going to go much more bearish alongside sterling. This is why we've got this problem, because the guys are going in the same direction. They're starting to consolidate. They're starting to range. You don't play here. This is where you stop playing and you go and play with another pair that is much more trending, showing trend tendencies. Okay, so here I started to turn off the heat on this area and I went to other currencies. Remember, here we are, 8 a.m. Where did I go? I came here. I came here to this guy. Bang, I came here. While all this is going on, I'm here. This is where I'm being aggressive. I'm making nearly 50 pips if I want, 50, 40 pip range. And why am I doing that? Because this is telling me everything. These guys are telling me everything. Getting a bit messy now. Sorry, I've gone crazy with my additions on there. But this is where the action is. So what's my point in all this? Well, my point is very simple. The message is very simple for me. Use strength meters to guide your pair selection. That's what I do. I've been doing this for 20 years and I've got it to a pretty fine art now. And I do try and share this for free at FXCORRELATOR.com. And I just hope or wish more traders used strength meters in their forex trading. You obviously can't use it in anything else, although there are variations, but this is where it works best because you've got 8 currencies and you can use it. It's almost like a closed, it's a closed model, and it's a zero-sum game as well. And I go into all of that on my site. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'm having a great morning trading. I hope you are. I wish you well. Have a great weekend. And you be careful out there in the trading world because it is really, really hard. Okay, guys, cheers. Bye.